Hello. Couldn't find
Hey.
the music tab, and the music was still playing. You're like, hello, and I'm like, oh, you're definitely quieter than the music.
Hello.
How you all doing? And yeah, the break music is done by the lovely Peachy Pixel 8, who is fantastic, and send to them patronage. All I have to say.
It's good music.
It's a solid music.
Excuse me. So anyways.
So we're making our way up to like the stockade, I guess. So are we rescuing Belle first? Is that kind of the plan? Like, I guess are you leading us, Croak? Like up to this particular place? Like,
Yeah, I have a thought on how to get there, so
okay.
trying to like sneak us up there.
So I mean, I figure like getting this kid out of custody is probably more important than the treasure at this point. Just because like exposure is more problematic, and especially the location of our hideout is like more problematic than the recovery of treasure. So my feeling is like I just follow along with Croak, like where they lead for Bell location.
Uh, and so maybe this is like a group action
Yeah.
prowl,
That sounds good.
That sounds like a thing, yeah.
just to kind of like get us to that floor at least.
Are
and
the
then
rooks
kinda-
coming with you?
I think we would send the Rooks to go. The Rooks don't need to be involved in the inner group's drama,
Yeah.
so we
we're
probably
like-
actually get them to do the actual job.
they can work on treasure related stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, we can come back to them.
Oh
then.
god, so we're sending the Rooks off to do their own thing? Like,
Well, they're good at doing their own
that's true,
thing,
they're
though.
independent,
Yeah.
yeah.
They actually can be trusted to do that.
Yeah.
So at least there's that.
Yeah.
They might not do an incredibly good job of it, but they at least won't like
Fuck it
not
up
do
royally.
it or
Yeah.
Betray us
Betray
or
you.
sell
Yeah, they're
us
loyal.
out.
instantly betray us.
That's what I was looking at earlier. I was like, how are they loyal?
Yeah, I think they're loyal and independent, but they're vicious.
Yeah, but they
And-
won't kill anybody either.
But they won't kill anyone, but
Yeah.
they'll damn well
Ruin their
blackmail.
reputation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll
We
kill
hedged
them.
ourselves
They'll
against problems.
kill them by reputation.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to, going 4 floors is kind of desperate to get your way up there. If you're going to try and just cut a direct line to the 4th floor.
Well, I mean, does Cricket want to lead us in a group action?
Sure, I will lead you in a group
Of
action.
Desperate rolling, and then the rest of us will try to help.
The rest of you
No.
fucking causing me stress like fuck, is what you're saying?
Now,
Yeah.
I believe that as far as a giant tower would go and its stairwell, that there wouldn't be that many changes blueprint wise.
No, for the time being, you're pretty good. But also, so my original thought was this is going to be desperate limited, just because you're trying to get your way through this whole tower. But with Croaks gather information and
Yeah.
that'll increase your potency, so that increases your effect up to standard,
Cool.
which is doing good for you.
Okay,
And
so
And
how do I
because-
lead a group
Go from-
action? What's that?
So what happens is basically everyone will roll their prowl. We take the best result out of all of you. Anyone who fails gives you Cricket 1 stress.
Oh, okay.
So you'll only get 2 stress out of this.
All right, so
you
standard,
all fail.
desperate standard at a 1 bonus die, bloop.
Wait.
I don't need to wait. I got it.
You
Yep.
can do, yeah. Well, everybody else needs to roll too. So if you need to,
And we're all rolling desperate.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's the best result. So I mean, the 6 has already got you in there, but you do need to roll to see if you fail.
Desperate standard.
I'm going to give you the foresight because we have talked so extensively in the past about the
About-
blueprints.
The plans and everything.
So you know,
Okay.
like Rubik's would pick out like, hey, this hallway is an open hallway. You need to do this so we don't make sounds here.
Cool. Okay, so then I'll roll. I get a 5.
Okay, so you succeed.
Well, no, on desperate,
Oh yeah, so
a 5 is not great. So,
no, but we take the highest of the group.
oh, I see. Yes.
And I've got a 6 already, so
Yeah, you're just not giving Cricket stress, is what's happening.
both
Yeah,
of you
that's-
are.
Congrats.
So like
Um,
we're sneaking along, and you guys are like, like on a stair, and I turn around like, watch what I'm doing, like step where I step.
And we have
Like,
you like spotting for us and being like, okay, now you run. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's lots of that where you have to do all this extra work to like drag us along with you. in
yeah,
terms
where
of-
it's like, okay, he's not watching, come down,
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff.
yeah, so you're able to evade some of the guards. You end up on the 4th floor. Some minutes later, and so you've gone and stealthed your way up here.
Stealthed our way.
But you still have no idea where on the floor Bell may be. And now the floor plan has started to get like a little like it's not just narrow hallways. There's like some open rooms and rooms going through other rooms.
Yeah.
Just
How difficult a flashback, Sean, would it be for me to have planted a homing beacon on Bell?
that'd be too stress, I think.
'Cause
I would let you.
That's a hell of a
Tempting to be that much of a
flashback.
creep.
How the hell do you have a tracking beacon? That's beautiful.
some dangerous experimental technology. Yeah, I would have to have like made the thing first.
It's currently like irradiating.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
You could do a tinker, and we could add your successes to the clock. But
No, it's too outlandish, I think.
okay.
How are we gonna find this kid? That's the real question. Trying to look at like what stuff I might have that would help.
Anybody could do a flashback to improve your odds in the situation somehow. So whether that be like gossip or whether that be
You know what? I'll pay the stress and I'll do this.
what are you gonna do?
Essentially, like Rubik's is trying to find out everything about this tower.
Okay.
So even places like he's even thinking of like recruitment, like who better to recruit than your enemy's enemies?
Okay.
So like interrogation rooms, prison cells, things like that are things that he would want either on a blueprint or know via talking to people, like the rumor mill,
Okay.
working that out.
Did you have someone like on the inside to
He doesn't directly, but Salia does.
Okay.
And she managed to arrange a meeting between him and his switching crow.
This mysterious crow.
Yeah.
Crow X.
Yeah. So they like sit down in a tavern together and speak in
I think you're sitting with Lizette.
who's Lizette, I guess.
The woman who's tied up in the basement downstairs.
Perfect.
Oh, so she was also
She was also
she-
the double A.
She
then
did
was
it.
also trying to convince Cricket to join.
No, but Cricket didn't. Like Lizette didn't know,
I mean-
and Cricket didn't know. This is only a Rubik's.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, like this is a confluence of nobody knows who's doing what. So
Like
Lizette-
they don't know I'm involved with Rubik's, and then Rubik's is doing a thing that I don't know that he's involved
And, like,
with.
the reason why Rubik doesn't want to tie up loose ends is because he knows that contact. It all works out. It's all part of the plan,
Except that
guys.
in
Yeah,
Blaze,
this is the only reason she's still alive. You're just like, oh, it's her. Okay, well, yeah, we won't be finishing her off.
in Blades, when you tie up loose ends, you create more loose ends.
It's-
Okay,
to be
so
fair, you do that when you don't either. So-
I'm gonna say that
Loose
this
ends
is
all
a
the way.
consort role. of all things.
Loose ends all the way down.
okay. I think this is a controlled standard roll.
Controlled standard.
You know.
5.
Okay. You hesitate, withdraw, and try a different approach, or else do it with a minor consequence. Minor complication occurs, you have reduced effect, you suffer lesser harm, you end up in a risky position. I
Say
think.
lesser effect. Like, she gives us information and she tells us like where the section is, but she can't tell us exactly what room it is. It's like
Or
yes,
like,
top floor, but it's in the back.
I think that she talked to some people like in passing, and word kind of got around, and so like though there wasn't like it wasn't so direct that like, oh, I spilled the beans. It's just like maybe we should boost up the guard security a little bit.
Okay, so we're getting extra
I mean,
guards.
yeah, I'm getting some clock on the guards. You will.
Guards revolution.
So you know that Belle is in a room, well, that the where they keep the majority of like their prisoners, or at least like their important-ish prisoners, the people they're not just executing right away. They keep them on the west side of the 4th floor.
Alrighty. So yeah, like Rubik shares that information with the group and it goes, well, west side. Believe we're on the east side of the towers, so we get to do some additional legwork.
So all the way around.
Yes.
Okay, I say as I sneak forward,
Sure.
doing my usual thing.
Yeah, so this floor is a bit more lit because there's people who are around.
It's mostly sound-based sneaking, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like making sure I don't step on the wrong floorboard or trip over anything or any of that, and peeking around corners, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and there's like windows and stuff too on this floor. You can see out into the city, the ever-present night sky of Duskfall, and so you're creeping through, and
I
There's-
am indeed.
there's like it's like a hall, or it's not a hall. It's like a room that's like a big like gathering room.
Like a mess hall kind of thing.
Yeah, like a mess hall. Yeah, it's like a mess hall, and there's like 3 crows who are in there right now eating.
Okay. Do the crows wear any distinct kind of uniform?
They wear like blacks and grays. Like I think we discussed when you met Belden. They wear like
I would like to do a quick flashback where I grabbed the bandana off of Lizette and like took it with me, and I'm just gonna like wrap it around my face and just walk through like there's nothing going on.
sure. That sounds. I think you can easily get the bandana. I don't think that's any
Yeah,
particular
I
stress there.
just-
But I think walking through is going to be. Well, what is it going to be?
Well, it's not necessarily a social thing. I like
Right.
It's I think it's a prowl.
That sounds it sounds good to me.
Because it's just like I'm trying to avoid notice, but the
Mm-hmm.
easiest way to avoid notice is just to like not look like I'm out of place.
Yeah,
You know?
and so I think it's a risky standard here.
Okay. 4.
4.
Again, I've just like
So-
gone too far ahead of you guys, like doing stuff.
You're in, and they don't know that you're not a crow.
Hmm.
There's two women and a man here, but they do like notice you walking through, and they call you over, and they're like, hey you.
Yeah, hi, yeah. Like walk
Dude.
over towards them.
Yeah, they're like, wow, why don't you have a seat? We're having some food.
Sure.
Things are kind of slow right now.
I sit down next to him at this table, like
is it
hoping.
like a small round table, or are they at like long cafeteria style like benches?
It's like a round table.
Yeah.
There's it's kind of like a tavern room in here almost, with like some
Mhm.
tables and chairs all over the place. There's even like a little bar off to the side, like a little.
Now, I think as soon as you get made by them, like as soon as they're like, "Hey, you, come over, have a drink with us,"
Mhm.
there's just this sound of glass rolling on the floor, and I'm a gas these nerds
Okay.
while they're like.
So you're just
to
gonna like
look at
roll it under the
Cricket.
table.
Yeah, and just have it like, you know, just so that it like bumps into the table leg and shatters, or at least that's the plan.
Okay.
And it's just going to be some standstill poison, I guess,
Okay.
or maybe it's just the classic drown powder. So
The old drown powder maneuver.
it's just going to be a vial of drown powder, and gas all these nerds. So I'm gonna finesse it over there, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds.
Uh,
So this is going to be. I think they're distracted, so I think you're controlled and standard here.
oh wow, okay. Oh, does my potency carry through? How much does my studying of the guards help me?
I don't think in this case it does.
Okay. I don't feel a particular need to argue. I was just like testing the.
Yeah, no, it's like
right,
talking to
of,
them
like,
or
what
distracting
does it
them.
count for?
Yeah.
What will our GM give me?
That's worth asking.
Yeah. And any bargains?
My bargain is that you hit me too, because like I'm already over there, basically.
Done. Don't need to ask me twice. I got a 4.
A 4. Okay. Complication occurs.
I mean, the complication is like not all of them choke out. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what's going to happen here. So 2 of them go down.
Cricket does.
Cricket, you're going to need to make a resist roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna resist. I'm gonna resist with prowess. Try and like dive out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is avoid actually getting gas.
Right.
6. Okay. Yeah, you. Whoosh. I think one of them, they're noisy as they go down.
Guards, clock fills.
I'm only doing 1 because it was a controlled position here, but or wait, hold on. You hesitate, withdraw, and try a different approach. A minor complication occurs. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, then that does work. Yeah, so that happens. Cricket dives out of the way. One of them is still up, and
I turn.
sees you.
I turn. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, sees Croak and then get ready to beeline for Croak. But
I turn as well. Like during that, like pull a knife. The knife I got from Lizette that I still have on me. I pull a knife and like approach Croak menacingly, in like I am your ally, other guy, and as soon as his back is turned, I just give him the old
I was gonna do something there.
Oh, were you? Okay, no,
yeah.
Go ahead.
what are you gonna do, Rubik's?
So Rubik's is like, as he's charging Croak, Rubik's is going to come out and just like lay a bunch of punches into him and like nerve strikes.
Okay.
Rubik's has been training a lot to do a lot of weird shit to people.
I'll teach you the old Eruvian karate chop move.
Honestly, why don't the 2 of you just group action to take this guy down?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
You can both just.
And both of us
jump
just fucking pummel this guy.
I'll lead the group action on this.
Sure.
Okay. So this sounds like a skirmish.
Yeah, definitely a skirmish. So like,
Okay.
I imagine like Cricket comes up and like shoves her arms in between his armpits, like holds him in place as Rubik's does these strikes.
Sure. This is a risky standard, and as a devil's bargain, they yell they yell out.
I don't think we'll need it.
Okay.
Ready?
Reminder that confidence is a slow and insidious killer, or whatever the
Yep.
fuck that is.
I love it.
Well, you still have to roll too.
I'm
So
doing it.
So Rubik's, you take 1 stress.
Okay.
And I'm going to fill a clock, and I'm going to deal some harm. I think what happens is, Cricket, you get like elbowed in the head as you like run up and you grab. So you're going to take level 2 harm, concussed.
No, I'm gonna resist.
Ooh.
I'm gonna resist with my amazing cricket powers and dive out of the way.
Okay.
Yep.
The critical success, clear a stress,
Yeah, clear 1 stress.
because I'm
Wow.
amazing.
This is why I can't hurt you, Cricket. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a scuffle, and but you knock him unconscious as well.
Sweet. All right, let's keep moving. These guys are all out.
All right, so yeah, you get through, and you end up searching. You like peek in some of the cells. Like on the other side of this is essentially where the cells are.
Mhm.
So there's like a little jail room, and there's like they're steel doors with bars in them, so you can see inside. And you come across, and there's like 1 or 2 other prisoners. There's there's an Eruvian woman in there, and there's also a like an Akarosi man, and then in one of the other cells, there's Bell.
I imagine we sort of do the walk through the cell block, like, nope, 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 yes. You know, like. Who cares?
When we pass the Eruvian woman,
Yeah.
I just Croak just looks at Cricket and is just like, red sashes, and like indicates.
I mean, maybe. Hey, you in there? What's your name?
What do you care?
Well.
Oh, well, you're in Eruvia, so she's like, "What are you doing here?"
Well, and I like jingle the jail key. Like, I mean, we're not here for you, but
She says, "My name is Isera. It's Isera." She says, "I was taken captive by them."
what do you do?
She says,
Like, what did you do to piss them off?
"Well, they're the crows. They're extortionists and bullies." She's like, "I'm just a dancer." And she says, "I got in an argument with one of them. Because they wouldn't pay, and there was a bit of a fight. I may have stabbed one of them." And she says, "So I'm here now."
Well, you sound useful. So I'll make a bargain with you at the very least. And potentially you in the back corner if you want to talk. Rubix indicates to the other prisoner.
Okay. Yeah, he looks out and he's like, "Yeah, I'd love to get out of here."
Well,
He seems trustworthy.
yeah. So essentially, I'm going to do a sway roll, and I'm going to convince them to join our cause.
Okay.
So they might not be like cohorts.
What are you actually
might
gonna
end
say though?
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna
Like, roleplay that shit, man.
Oh no, absolutely.
The dice come after.
Oh yeah. Look, an enemy of my enemy is my friend, and
That has not always been my experience.
well, it is in this case because we can let you out, and you can owe us a favor or two down the line. And I'm sure whatever it is that the crows want to do with you is far more heinous than what we'll ever ask you to do.
All right. I'm listening.
Really?
Look,
Less heinous than
we
what
don't
we
like the
do?
crows, as you can obviously tell. So, let's say later down the road, if we want to put a nail in their coffin, we can ask for a hand with it.
Weren't we just talking about less heinous than what they... Never mind.
Less heinous to them.
Let me out of here, and I'll owe you one.
Cool. Key.
Give me a sway.
Give you a sway? Cool.
Yeah.
Controlled?
Yeah, I think you're in a control position.
Standard?
Standard effect, yeah.
By the way, regardless of how this goes, I still open the door.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, goes pretty well. Sarah says, consider me at your service.
Best thing you can do right now, be quiet, wait for us to leave, follow us out.
Sounds like a plan.
How about you, tall, dark, and angry over there?
He says, well, and then Sarah's like, he's a crow. He said,
Why are you locked up?
and he said, well, you know, I was skimming off the top.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, excellent. Would you like to skim more off the top?
Not if I'm here. Yeah, but I would be glad to do whatever you need.
Okay, Rubik's, word of advice, guy who skims off top from own gang, not trustworthy for other
No.
things.
I'm not talking
I'm not
about.
going to skim off the top from yo.
No, I'm talking about skimming more off the crows.
Yeah, I like that plan.
Croak just like puts a hand on your shoulder and like leans
You-
in to whisper to you, and just like he's seen all of our faces. And then I grab the keys from Cricket and go open the door for Belle.
Okay. Belle is sitting in the corner. They're like kind of curled up with their knees, hugged to them. And they hear the door open. And like they've heard voices and stuff, but they've just been sitting there.
Yeah.
And you're like the last face they expected to see. And Belle just like looks up and says, Croak. What are you doing here?
Come on.
Yeah, and then like they leap up and they like run to you and give you a big hug. And
Well,
Yeah,
as this
I
is playing out,
There's just a sweet little, like, aww.
but as this is playing out,
get the fuck out of here. Belle says.
Rubik stands and blocks the way out.
Oh my.
He goes, "Oh no, we're not leaving yet. I want to know exactly what you have said."
I haven't said anything.
And so this is going to be part of a command roll,
Sure.
but the palm pistol slides out into his hands.
Okay.
He's like, I'm not in a good mood right now. So I'm going to make this very, very clear. You're going to tell me everything that has been said.
That seems like it would take longer than we have to stand in this
You can be
hallway.
quick about it.
Okay. So you're gonna make a command roll.
Yes.
I think risky. risky standard here.
Cool. Any devil's bargains? Besides, like, Croak punching Rubik's right in the throat?
It's like Bell hates you specifically. I think the devil's bargain is the guards, and the guard you knocked out wakes up.
We have one box left on that
Do
particular.
Oh, yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that devil's bargain.
Okay.
The devil demands too much.
The devil did demand too much.
Sometimes we know when to tell the devil to fuck off.
So, 5.
Okay.
And this was risky standard.
Yeah. You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm, a complication occurs, you have reduced effect, you end up in a desperate position. I think
I mean, because Rubik's paranoia is out of control right now. So
Yeah.
I'm willing to suffer a harm that makes him just unable to be kosher with things for a bit.
I think you hear shouting from down the hall. And you hear like, in here.
Oh,
This is what we try to avoid with the devil's bargain. God damn it.
Yeah, but you rolled badly. Well, I mean,
But
you-
you
Rolled
rolled
that
a
badly. I didn't
five.
roll that badly.
Enough for one rank of whatever the fuck. Like,
Yeah, that was like a minor complication earlier. So yeah.
the second is which you would not have gotten otherwise. Is going to go for whom it tells. Unless you'd like to resist either of these things.
Yes, I will resist with resolve. So
How
we
so?
now,
Or
yeah.
actually prowess, because we have been super quiet through this mission. And
Okay.
like the guards that we have left, except for the 3 behind us,
Mhm.
have all been tied up and gagged.
Okay.
So I'm going to resist with the prowess.
Okay. I will.
So we still have one little piece of pie.
Yeah, there are
Delicious
guards
guard
on this
pie.
floor now, and they are looking for you, but they have
The
not.
alarm has not yet been sounded.
The
Yeah.
alarm has not yet been sounded.
So what does Bell say?
Bell says, "Look, I didn't tell them about your hideout or anything like that. They said they were trying to get me to agree that you were dangerous, and I
Ooh.
maybe they were right." They look at your palm pistol, and they say,
Yeah, but he's kind of a jerk, though.
And yeah, maybe I'll just step in to, stand up for Bell. And I like put my hand on Rubik's chest and I'm just like, they've suffered enough interrogations already, Rubik's. I'm here to get them somewhere safe. If you have anything to talk about, and I'm like ushering Bell out the door, you can do it later.
Croak, what about the stealing things? Not safe yet, Steve, the treasure.
It's like, on our way out, Cricket, anything we can grab.
Is there further up?
It's below, 2nd floor.
And we've heard the guards come in, right? Like,
yeah, they're on the floor. They have not found the unconscious guards yet, but they're up here.
Oh, good. So if we know the guards are moving around, then once again I shall take point. I think I will prowl. Group. You guys want to do a group action to prowl back down to the 2nd floor? Like, we'll
it's
just.
still good for stress.
I mean, I can take some more.
Okay.
Yeah, so you like lead us back down, and I'm and I'm pointing out like, well, if there are that many like over there, then Like they must have come from over. Like I'm kind of
Yeah.
doing the whole like if there are guards here, then that means there aren't guards over this way. So we should go. So
Yeah,
Crook's like giving you some helpful pointers.
Okay.
I'll use
I-
my last foresight here.
you can to give a bonus die. You can certainly do that.
And I will basically through the information that I got with Salia the first time around,
mhm.
I figured out exactly how many guards are supposed to be on duty right now. So we know who's going to be up here looking for us, or at least a
So we
good
know where
approx-
and how many from both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think Bell is going to give Croak an extra die as a
Yay.
quality 1 cohort. And I think for the other two,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to just make a fortune roll. So you might suffer some stress recovering for them.
The other two being
The Eruvian
The
woman,
Ruvian and the
Akarosi,
Ikarosi.
Sarah,
Right.
and the other crow.
wait, are we letting that other dude out?
Oh yeah,
we
you
never,
did
we
say-
never
yeah.
opened his cell, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you let Bell out. You didn't let the.
We didn't let Tall, Dark, and Angry out.
I would have let all dark and angry out.
I mean, you did. It just happened to be inside you all along.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna roll a fortune die for her then.
For Isara.
Rubik's would have let him out because we
With
don't
what,
need
with
someone-
what, with what magical key?
I would have taken the key from the
Would Croak have let you had the key?
No, I think Croak is like over it at this point. Like I'm done with your shit. And so like I had the key to the cell and I don't give it back to you.
All right.
And I just kind of like I did that whole thing of like we can talk about it later.
Yeah, like sweet.
Just like pushing everyone out the
He
prison.
quickly says, "We don't let him out. He's going to tell the other ones
So what?
where we went."
He's already a prisoner. He'd say anything. Well, how many dice am I rolling? Side note.
You're rolling your normal. Well, it's gonna be risky to get out of here.
Okay, so risky standard, regular dice.
Risky standard, regular dice.
1 die extra.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
The foresight.
Okay.
and okay.
I got every possible result that is still a fail on 3 dice.
Don't worry. I got a 6. We're good.
You are a talented sneakerino.
I'm the sneakiest sneakerino. Do I take the fucking stress for Isara too?
Yep.
3 stress.
Oh,
Three-
but
3 stress.
I'm so stressed.
Herding cats is very difficult work.
It's really hard. You guys are all super loud.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, so we make our way back to down to the second floor where the treasure is.
Yes. So yeah, this is standard. So you get 2 dots between exit and treasure. Do you want to put them on treasure?
Yes.
Okay.
As the
Um,
We
leader
wanna
of
pay out
this,
for this.
as the leader of this action, I say yes. Treasure.
all right. Awesome. You've almost found some good treasure. The door to the second floor is locked.
Would I still be able to use my burglary tools or no?
Yeah, no, you can still.
I can bust the shit out of my fine lockpicks and just finesse my way through this door. Easy
Yeah, that works too.
easy peasy lemon squeezy.
If you want to do that, sure. It's risky standard.
Fuck your door.
It's just a
Watch all
door, Elf. Jeez. Be nice to the door.
Fuck that door up.
Click.
Yeah.
I play the Elder Scrolls unlocking minigame, and boom.
You succeed.
Snap.
Yeah.
Snap.
Wait, I've got 92 more of these.
Just keeps pulling lockpicks out of her belt.
Yeah, just like I got 1,000.
I got the skeleton key.
Yeah, so you do it in good time. And it swings open, and there is so the second floor, there's a hallway that leads down to like another room. And
Relevant point, perhaps.
yeah.
We also sent the rooks
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
independent.
Oh yeah, yeah. So,
So maybe they came by another route or whatever, but is this where we like meet up with them?
They're
Let's-
already in the room.
Yeah, that would make sense. Let's
They're like putting. There's like one unconscious crow and like the four rooks just piling coins into their pockets.
Well, I mean, I guess Sean can roll for them, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
okay. What is their quality?
Obviously.
One?
quality 1,
Quality one rooks. Yeah,
and there are 5 of them.
it's a small gang.
Yeah.
Three. Okay, they are what have they been up to? Now they're loyal to you, so they're not going to betray you.
I'm imagining they have like this one like crow that they've, that they apprehended
Yeah.
on this floor, and they've got him like in a room tied to a chair, and they're doing this like interrogation or something. Like they're engaged in some, viciousness in that way.
Yeah, no, I think they're basically like, look, you agree with us, and we'll we'll let you go. We'll even give you a cut. But they haven't made much progress, and it turns out they haven't been like putting their effort into getting through the door.
Because they aren't like reliable or anything, right? So
Yeah,
they might stray from their appointed task a little bit.
You're pulling on us right now.
Oh hi, Milosh. Having fun? Supposed to be doing the.
I am doing my job. We're trying to find a way into the vault.
And they've like beaten this crow.
I just point at the door like, ta-da! Like,
And I walk in, and I'm just like, I'll be the way in. It's fine. And I like start setting to work.
Yeah, so the vault is a big steel door, like a big, it's a vault.
Yeah. Serious shit.
Yeah, so it's tough to get into.
oh man, if I didn't have so much stress, I could just phase through the door. But
Yeah.
I do.
You'd have to do it so many times to get all the loot.
You just open it from the inside, and then
If only I had finished Project Ghost Tunnel.
Project Ghost.
I could just be like, oh, here's all the treasure, huh? We'll just fire that through the ghost field back to the lair.
Excellent there. Great.
Secret tunnel.
You are faced with there are guards active throughout the tower now, and you are, well, at least on the 4th floor, and you are faced with this vault. So what are you going to do?
And I like inspect the maker's mark in like the little corner of the door. It's like, so and so brand. I'm like, oh yes, it's one of those. And I like pull out this book.
Yeah.
I like flip through it, and I have like schematics for all of these different vaults and
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
Okay. So I'm gonna mark I guess that's like burglary tools, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Or
an
no,
old,
documents. Here we go.
It's an old
Are they fine
Thornstein
documents?
vault.
They're just regular documents.
Okay.
But I have like a schematic of how this particular vault maker makes vaults, unless it is a super obscure one or whatever.
Okay, no, it's not super obscure, but yeah.
And so I feel like that would give Croak enough of a like means of approaching this that I can like tinker this thing apart. And I'm not like dismantling it, but the tinker roll would be like, like with the little like listening thing, and then like figuring out what the combination is, listening for the tumblers,
Okay.
throwing out parts of it.
Yeah. Give me risky, and we'll say limited in this case, because rather than no effect, your book is giving you limited.
Okay, cool. Any devil's bargains?
The guards come after you open it.
Yeah, I'd say like a stray guard finds us.
Just a poor stray guard. Lost his way, stumbled into a bunch of PCs.
They're spread out trying to find people right now.
I mean, my devil's bargains are largely going to be escalate the situation at this point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's just roll risky limited.
And when you
See.
fail, that'll happen anyway. The guard thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not. We'll see.
Cricket shop.
Well, I get a 3. So
Okay, so you suffer harm, a complication occurs. What does happen here?
it's taking a while. Is the crew the source of the complication? Like, do the cohort start getting into shit with this?
I think the vault is trapped and you didn't realize it.
Oh shit!
So you take like an acid spray to the face.
Oh, not my face.
And you're gonna take the level 2 harm scalded.
Ow, that's bad.
Ow! Scalding hot acid.
All right, well, I will try
Like
that.
it isn't the fact that it's acid, it's that it's scalding hot, it's boiling.
It's not boiling, it's just acid.
Yeah, I will resist.
Okay.
With prowess, I guess. I'm just like, as this particular, like, I'm like dialing through the thing. I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I've got it. And there's this click,
Yeah, click.
distinctive click, and I'm just like,
Shit!
instinct kicks in, and I dodge out of the way. So, I guess.
You did it!
Okay, but the vault is not open.
Yeah, so we've gotten through one layer of defenses on it.
You did not succeed. So yeah, what's next?
I mean, Cricket is standing around literally saying what I said out of character, like, oh, if I wasn't so tired, I might be able to just, and then fiddle with it from the inside, but...
The gang's like, well, you can't do that, boss, so, maybe come up with something else.
I'm trying to come up with something else!
Croak's just like, well, with any luck, there will be more treasure than you can carry in here. And I'm like, switching tool sets.
Okay.
So now I'm going to wreck this thing.
Sure. It's just like, I'm going to tear this door down.
you put away the delicate lockpicks and take out the sledgehammer, like...
Yeah, there's like, this particular safe has like a bit of a flaw in its construction, and there is a way with the application of sufficient force, such as
as you like
a
pull
small
out
explosion.
as you pull out this like sludgehammer thing, Rubik's
Yeah,
like
it's like a
puts
mini
his
sword.
fingers up and he takes out another set of tools. Like, I think I know what I'm doing here. So I'm going to attempt to pick it as well.
Okay, well, you
Because
can spend...
Do you want a group action with it, maybe?
I'm going to be like jimmying this thing open. So I'm not really like trying to unlock it. I'm just trying to activate the failsafe where it just hops, essentially.
Okay.
And yeah, we could definitely do a group action if that's what you want to do.
I mean, if you're both going to wreck it.
Like one of you's prying it and the other one like clang, like hits it the right way and...
Sure, we could do a risky standard wreck roll here for both of you.
Wreck. I was thinking finesse. Wreck will be bad for me.
It sounds like your approach is a bit less direct than mine, so maybe I need to be tinkering in that case to make it go along with what Rubik's has in mind.
I gotcha. We can do that, or Rubik's can do. Rubik's can have a setup action to, and if that's
to make
succeeds,
mine
you can make
easier.
your
Yeah, so it like activates the keystone that he needs.
Or, well, it goes from rather limited to standard, so that way you'd have a standard effect instead of a limited one.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm into
let's
that.
do that.
Yeah.
Let's
So
do
do a finesse, Rubik's. Give me a risky standard here. Just a regular kind of roll.
4.
Okay, you do. Complication occurs.
It's another layer of defenses.
I think the complication is your tools break here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you make some progress, so now you can have a standard roll on yours, Croak.
Okay, and I am going to tinker as a follow-up.
Sure.
Okay.
Risky standard tinker.
So it's in its like lockdown state, but then once that's done, the manufacturers obviously had to leave some kind of like backdoor into this.
Yeah.
Once it's locked down, there's a way to like disengage it that resets the tumblers and everything and just opens it.
So
I happen to have known a guy who knew a guy who got their hands on it.
Who was the who was the lab assistant of Mr. Thorstein, the
Yeah, like
the
someone in a
forger of
trusted
this.
position got this insider knowledge, and so yeah. So I'm using my fine tinkering tools. I'm
Okay.
tinkering. So does that give me +1,
Uh,
or does that at least give me?
because the fine tinkering tools brought you from no effect to limited, and then Rubik's is bringing you from limited to standard.
Okay, so cool. So I'm rolling standard. Do we have bargains here?
I would say that this would likely escalate the situation.
Yeah, but I think that's going to happen if you fail. What will happen here?
I can offer one,
What is your offer?
which is this is all taking a long time, and clearly, Milos was getting a little impatient. Was already beaten on this crow.
Yeah.
So like something relating to the crew, or like they see Bell and this other person along with us, like the cohort just kind of like taking offense and causing some drama.
Yeah, so I think the cohort gets loud, and you'll need to like calm them down before you can get out of here, because they're just
Don't
like, "What?
worry, team. Cricket's amazing at talking to people in social situations that aren't sneaking up and whacking them with her karate chop maneuver.
Yeah, so let's do that. They're
Well, great. I'll take that bargain then, since Cricket's got it all in hand.
Damn it, Croak!
Well, I was going to say, I'm the social guy. I could probably.
Roll a 6.
Nice.
Give me the treasure, Sean.
Talk
All right, you
shit,
get the
roll
treasures.
6s.
You pop the using the Thorstein manual. You open up the
this, like,
safe,
weird
and,
technique.
like the wheel just starts spinning on its own, and then it just kind of goes and just bounces open a little bit.
Yeah, that thing where it just like slightly opens.
Yeah, and then
so Croak like leans all like 110 pounds of their little body against this thing and like pulls it open.
yeah, so you like give it a good heave, and the door like it's not quiet.
Hey, guys, in there, get all the stuff. Let's go. Come on, pocket everything.
They're like, wait, we're not gonna do this until you let us know what's up with these other people.
Right, yeah, this is like the perfect moment for the crew to start shit, right? Like, okay, now is when you carry the stuff out.
Okay, but also you have to carry the gold. Rubik's, tell them why they gotta carry the stuff and why these people are okay. Go, Rubik's. You tell them. I'll carry the stuff, and I like leave to go
So
and
this is
get.
a 4-count clock to talk them down, Milos and friends, while you're.
So I'm going to start off with a sway. I'm going to start nice and then
Okay.
get progressively more violent with them.
Yeah, sure.
But like the first thing that he says is like, look, prisoners upstairs. What we ended up doing is freeing a bunch of our enemies' enemies. These guys,
Gave us more mouths to feed.
yes, we don't need to feed them, you moron. So
You're calling me a moron.
do I need to
Croak
go?
chimes in with, well, we're feeding Bell because they're staying with us.
Well,
As I'm like oiling the hinges on the safe.
who you had to make an example of Milos. So
Yeah.
who did you do that, Rubik's? Did you?
No, Rubik's definitely did that. I was actually just about to say that.
Oh, okay.
You're
Yeah.
like, do I need to make an example out of you again?
Ooh. Yeah, so give me a risky standard something.
Talk shit, roll crits, Rubik's.
It started off nice, so we're going to go with sway.
Sure, sweat, yeah.
Risky standard, you said?
Risky standard, yeah.
Devil's bargains, anyone?
Milos loses his loyalty tag.
Well, the crew would.
The whole cohort would.
Oh, that's
Oh.
not good.
Yeah,
And that's a very big
that's a big one.
cost.
Yeah. I think you have to pay them. Like it'll cost you a coin.
They want danger pay.
Yeah, they want. Yeah, it's like this
Okay.
isn't what we agreed to.
Okay, I'll take that
Okay.
because I was planning to pay them anyways, and I'll push myself.
Okay. So 2 stress for that.
You stress.
Talk shit, roll
Also, I
crits.
chose some random names for all of them. So it's Milos, Daphnia, Cobb, Weaver, and Sethla.
Nice.
Do bonus die crits. Wow.
Oh,
Six will
1,
do.
1, 2, 2, and 6. Whoa, that was close.
All right, so
I don't like that.
so you pushed yourself for the extra die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. He's like, look, okay. I mean, just I appreciate you chipping in here for us, but this is. I mean, we're in the middle of the Crow's Tower. What are we gonna do with this guy? What are we gonna do with? I mean, and in the meantime, like two of them have like run off. I think like Daphnia and one of the other ones have started helping Cricket. But you know, there's three of them who are still kind of grumbly.
Look, at this particular moment, we don't have a lot of time. What you need to do is listen to me. Oh, let's get some hustle into our socks here. Get in that vault, take our stuff, and get out really quickly. If we don't, we're all going to wind up
Like
in their cells.
in between like pocketing valuable things that I'm finding in this vault, like, you know,
Yeah.
coins or whatever valuable objects, I quietly say to myself, really? Socks? That was the best you could come up with, Rubik's? I mean, not bad, but like I like grabbing
Like,
stuff.
some of them don't have shoes. They're not that rich.
Yeah, you hear commotion from the stairwell.
Okay, so another sway roll.
I think you'll need something more than sway in this case. I mean,
I feel like Milosh is a command me kind of guy.
yeah, I mean, you could do sway, but you'd have to come with something else. I mean,
The ever-present threat that we're all about to be thrown in jail. If he gets uppity with me, then I'll switch into command. But the way that he talked, it didn't.
okay,
Really
yeah,
good
yeah.
at
I think if you're just like, hey, well, we're all gonna end up in prison or dead, you know. So he's yeah. Give me another risky standard here.
Risky standard. There we go.
6. Okay. He's like, fine. Let's, you know, and that fills the clock for them. They're like, let's get out of here then. He's like, come on, guys, let's help out. So you start grabbing cash, and yeah. So you are. How are you getting out of here?
Well, luckily, we're only a floor up. And
You're 2 floors up. Well, yeah, no, you're floor. Okay, yeah. Second floor.
The second floor is above the first floor, which is typically the ground level.
Ground level. Yes, leave me alone.
okay.
Unless this is like one of those. So I worked as a bike courier for a long time, and sometimes elevators have really stupid notation where they're like G, and then they go 1. And you go,
Oh, yeah. No, I think you're
first
1
floor
floor
is
up,
actually.
but it's still a bit of a drop. So.
But anyways, we want to leave by way of the underground, like the same way we came, basically, right? Because walking down the street
Yeah.
like this, it's gonna be a bad time.
True.
Especially considering the vision ranges of the tower, right? Like, as soon
Yeah.
as we're on the street level, we're screwed.
So, blueprint-wise, I'm going to do a quick study, I guess, and see if there is another set of stairs going down. Otherwise, we can do a prowl group action again.
So
but
if you want to study the
Oh
document,
yeah, are you gonna
want-
lead this prowl group action? Because I got one more stress to take.
you can totally bust out the documents and take a look at it, but you're with the time pressure and everything going on here, it'd be a desperate study to
Nope. We are moving right along then.
I have a thought.
sure.
Let's not give a crap about whether or not they are onto us, and let's just run
Yeah,
quick and make that our method of escape. Instead
let's
of
just run fast.
Yeah, let's just try to be quick. I mean, I guess it's still prowl either way, right? But
It's still prowl.
we're not doing anything fancy. We're just kind of like,
Like pockets
think-
full of cash, ditch the fuck out.
yeah.
Okay.
If we need to go loud and I need to expend some of my, alchemical charges and gadgets to delay our pursuers, I'm happy to do that.
Okay. Did you set anything up previously?
Well, I have one big flashback for the end, but I'm saving it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is gonna be like the oil slick coming out the back of the
Yeah.
car or whatever. We're gonna do something.
So yeah, you can make a prowl, but it's gonna be desperate to get out of here. Desperate standard prowl.
But the crew can help us in a group action if they are with us.
Yes.
So we can get an extra die for them.
Mhm.
Okay, well, you guys need to fucking pass, because if you don't pass, I stress out. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'll push myself for this as well.
All I'm hearing is that Cricket hasn't had a chance to earn any trauma XP yet. And I really want us to give you that.
Yeah,
Gift from us to you.
All right, here we go. Don't let me down, team. All right, prowl group action, initiating desperate group action. Here we go.
All right.
And this is a desperate standard prowl.
And hold on, let's do
Get my bonus die.
gosh, what is
Who's getting the bonus die from the rooks?
yeah, who's
So the
gonna get-
rooks, I think, just also roll. They roll their quality, which is both good and bad. I mean,
yeah,
it's more
that seems
nice
a little
and more
That's
yeah.
like really, really not good for me.
Yeah, give me 1 second to take a look at
So
that.
maybe they're just following along.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna give someone a bonus die. So which one
Or-
of you?
Yeah, they can also help, right? So
Yeah.
Who has
my prowl is 2. I'm probably going to get Bell's help again.
Yeah.
This is what happened previously.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sean, you tell me.
Bell can give you a die. That's fine.
So
And
I'll get a bonus die from
you
Bell.
can get a
Maybe
die from the crew because you're in charge of the crew, right?
Rubik is totally
Yeah.
the boss man of the crew. So
And I'm just good at stuff. So here we go. 6.
I get 2 bonus die because I'm pushing myself?
Yep.
Sure.
Oh,
I
you
got a
scrub
5.
lord.
No, it didn't fail. It's a
Oh,
1 through 3.
okay.
It's a 1 through 3.
Okay. Okay, we're still good.
And I got a 6 there too. So
Oh, I was gonna see you both
Hey.
rolled.
yeah, it's just you both rolled 4 dice, so I didn't really notice
Oh
it.
yeah.
Um.
And so
Okay.
yeah, we just do it, right?
Yeah. You.
Oh my god, my one stress possible. We just desperate roll out of there.
You make it down there.
This is where Sean pulls a yes and.
Yeah. This is in fact a yes and.
I love yes and.
Yeah, because you've actually only filled 2 on the exit, the tower. So you get down to the basement, and just who's in the front?
I'll take. Actually,
Who's in the front? It has to be me. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're the fastest.
100%. Like I am 100% in the front. Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you get so you get down there and you go through the door and all of a sudden like there's a fist that just kind of comes out and catches you.
Question.
Yep.
If I fill the stress track, is
Yeah.
it full and then I fail
No.
it, or is it
When you hit
over
9.
full?
Yeah, when you hit 9.
Okay, well, okay. So, if this thing is going to hit me, and there's a question that I might be able to act first, I do. Reflexes.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's important. Okay, so yeah, you see this fist coming at you, like this, like just
Like, I turn a corner and there's like
Swings
a
out.
clothesline sort of
yeah,
thing.
it's like someone's just like brought their fist out to catch you in the face.
Okay, I would like to use my prowl to dodge through this person,
Sure.
with my reflexes. So I turn the fist swing into like a slide for me sort of thing. What kind of roll am I looking at here?
You're looking at a risky standard.
A risky standard? Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Do you want to be looking at a desperate
Ugh.
roll?
There we go.
6.
I always want to be looking at desperate rolls because basically I just get XP and extra dice.
And then at one time you'll roll, 6 ones and
Yeah. and then I'll
rip
die.
your character.
Yeah, exactly. But it's fine. We passed that one, so I avoid the fist.
Yeah, and you catch a glimpse of who it is, and you recognize the face from your meeting all that time ago. It's Belden, the second in command of the Crows. And he, seeing you dodge, he pulls. He's got a sword in his other hand, and he just kind of brings it level, and he says, "This doesn't have to end poorly."
Yeah, I know. You can put your sword away.
So the rest of us are like right behind.
Yeah, you're all here. So
okay. So Rubik's like keeps up the momentum and just stalks him as he's running.
Before he can give a speech.
He's like, this doesn't have to end bad. Boom.
Yeah, exactly that.
I like it.
It's the like villain monologue interrupted fist punch maneuver. Yeah.
This sounds desperate, but sure.
It does sound really desperate.
Desperate standards, desperate great because he has no idea it's coming.
You can push yourself to make it great.
No,
let's do. We're gonna make you. If you want a cold cock, and we'll say you can do desperate great. This is
great. Okay, come on, fixes.
Hyena just like gives, just
crit.
slyly gives.
Yes.
Why do I let you do things?
Like I feel like I just hit him right in the jaw perfectly, and he like spins out.
Yeah, he spins out. He staggers. But he's holding himself against the wall,
and everyone is just running by him.
And
okay, so you just like cold cock him and then keep running? Is that your move? Yeah. Like you Superman punch this guy and then you just keep running?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, I don't have time to deal with this crap.
Why do I let you do things?
Okay, so what are the rest of you doing?
Well, bringing up the rear is Croak and Bell, obviously.
Yeah.
We round the corner and I like stop because I'm afraid of violence.
Sure.
And like catch Bell, who's behind me.
Yeah, and Belden sees Bell.
Yeah, this is just too good to pass up.
Yeah, and it's just like, what are you doing, small one? And Bell's like, I'm getting out of here.
Yes, we're getting out of here.
And I think what's going to happen? He looks at you, Croak. It says, you've been nothing but trouble.
It's my job, isn't it? Causing trouble. It's just a matter of doing it for the right people.
Yeah.
And I'm like doing that standoff thing where I'm like really, really tense and like picturing in my mind where exactly the thing I'm about to grab and smash in his face is.
Yeah. And, Belden just says, give us Bell, and you can go.
Bell's not a thing. Bell's their own person making their own choices.
Bell does what we tell Bell to do. Isn't that right? And he glares at Bell, and Bell shrinks back a little bit.
All right, well, what alchemical is this guy getting in the face? I think this guy's gonna get something really nasty.
This whole situation is just unbelievable.
Oh, you're all terrible.
You're such a bell end. I'm gonna hit this guy with some skullfire poison.
What does that do?
Causes horrific migraines. So as its name implies, it sets your skull on fire.
Okay.
So it's just like excruciating pain and it's crippling.
Yeah, what is the downside to that alchemical?
It is a poison, I do believe.
Okay.
So harm, I think, is the...
Yeah, skullfire poison, 4/1. What is this? What does the slash mean? It says 4/1.
Oh, those are the like times to make it an amount that you make when you like, produce batches of this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, What was the last thing he said? Bell does what we tell him.
Yeah, Bell does what we tell them to do.
All right, what's my pithy rejoinder before I acid this guy's face? Well, I just don't think that you are going to be in a position to make demands anymore. Sorry, but you lose. And then I hit him in the. I just like pull this little vial out and chuck it in his face.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make a run for it.
All right, he's ready for this, so it's desperate standard.
Great. I'm finessing, I guess.
Sure.
You know what? Maybe
Well, if you want to
maybe-
finesse it, like if you want to sneak it out, then I'll say it's risky great. Or
Risky, great. Okay.
risky standard, sorry, risky standard.
Risky standard. I will take a risky standard to sneak it out. Do you have a devil's bargain for me?
I think he gets a hit on Bell before, like as he's going down.
Ooh. Oh, that's good. Yeah. No, that's good. I'm taking that.
Oh no, Bell!
Oh no!
Oh Bell! Oh Bell! No!
Oh,
And
my
oh
goodness.
God! Shit! Fuck!
So bad things happen to Bell and to me.
yeah, so one you have to resist.
Yeah, I'm resisting. What exactly am I resisting?
You're resisting getting poisoned, which is a level 1+ harm. So I'll say it's a level 1 harm in this
For
case.
like throwing your skullfire or whatever's.
Yeah.
The skullfire poison. So I like, yeah, there's like a big cloud of it when I throw it at him. He's close enough that I would get hit by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the skullfire poison. So I have level 1 harm skullfire.
Yeah, Skullfire, migraines.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then I think this gets filled here too. And I think you get put in a desperate position
Yeah, as you do.
because he basically lunges for Bell, catches them like through the arm. Bell screams out. The rest of you hear this.
Yeah.
And then you see Belden just like grab Bell and put the sword to their throat. And he just says, "Get out."
And I'm in a desperate position now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Your head hurts.
and everyone's gone.
No, no.
Not
Well, we just heard that, so I was gonna say I've turned back around and like if you look towards like where we ran, you can see me like emerging from the like explosion hole, you know, like or whatever,
Yeah.
like coming back out to help.
yeah, Rubik's is coming back as well.
You know, I imagine Rubik's is like stay here with all the guys and like
No, go, go with all the guys.
And yeah, like Croak just like backs away because they don't want to at all risk Bell getting hurt anymore, right? Like he's got
Yeah.
a sword to their throat. So I'm just like backing away and like my hands are shaking. And I'm just like stammering like just don't do it, Belden.
Well, I
And I'm
take
like
the crash.
backing away.
And Belden looks at Bell and says, "See, we came for you." And it's like, this one won't even put up a fight.
And yeah, I leave. 'cause
So
I
as
don't-
soon as you turn from like looking at him, or like if you're backing away enough that like I can sort of hide behind you, I'm gonna have like a stone in my hand from like the tunnel, like as we were coming in, like I picked up a
like
projectile.
a half of a brick or
Yeah,
something.
like a half,
Yeah.
like a projectile, basically. And as you sort of like, if we're these like, if I'm this hand and you're this hand, like, as you're backing away and I can like obscure myself, as soon as you step past me, I huck the fucking brick like at his head, basically.
Okay, so that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to take a pot shot as well.
I'm just gonna shoot him.
I'm going to shoot him.
We're definitely gonna kill Bell.
So
If y'all
let's
kill Bell,
resolve,
I'm gonna be real sad.
let's resolve yours first, Cricket.
Yeah. So I think that hucking a brick is a finesse roll. Like if I
Is
want to do
it?
it accurately.
Do it perfectly such that it hits.
I'm
only
trying to like
not
nail
the
him
other.
in the forehead. You know, like this
Okay.
is like a targeted. It's
So
like a
I think this
targeted.
is
him in the
risky standard here.
This is risky standard. Damn.
Or well,
I
You know
am
what?
going
No, it's
to.
got to be
if you want to
desperate.
push it, if you want to push it to
I am
desperate,
pushing it to desperate. I
Sean,
am.
it has to be desperate because my position was desperate. and
Yeah.
you're playing off of that.
Yeah.
that's
So.
fine. Yeah.
So when we started
desperate,
desperate,
desperate standard then.
Desperate standard. And can I get another die from something?
I was actually going to say, do you want this to be a setup?
No, I just want to beam this guy with a fucking brick, and then he'll be dead. How can I
yes,
get another?
dead.
He'll let go of Bell. Okay, what do you want from me? I can only do so much.
I don't want death to be on the line because my friend will die.
If I Devil's Footsteps and I take that last point of stress, can I get an extra die? Because I would be like doing an athletic feat of superhuman agility.
What does that look like?
What does that look like?
Yeah.
That looks like instead of just throwing a brick at his head,
Yeah.
I like close the distance to a certain degree. Like after I'm unveiled, you know, from behind Croak, I close the distance past Croak and I jump and throw it, like, and tuck into a roll and like end up behind him.
Well, you'll be out of action once you take your last stress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll let you do that.
Okay.
Damn. Taking trauma for little old Bell.
So I take the stress and I get a last action and then I'm out, basically.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yes.
I got a 6. It's in there.
You got a 6. Okay.
And after that, like, I disappear. I just disappear. Like, there's that same waver as I'm like on the ground, and it just gone.
Okay.
Yeah, into the ghost field.
He cracks him right in the skull, and he stumbles backwards, dropping his sword and releasing Bell, who runs past Croak.
Cool. So my pistol's leveled at him, and I go, not a single person fucks with the Firebirds. And I just unload every shot that I got into him.
Okay. Sounds risky.
Risky?
Yeah, because I think you're no longer in a desperate position because he's stumbled back and disarmed, at least with this.
Yeah. Standard or great?
Standard, I think, because he's a little ways from you.
Okay.
I mean, and it's enough to finish this in any case. So,
Okay. Any devil's bargains? Probably not.
I don't have anything good.
Cool. Nope, that is fine. 5 happens, but
You do it, but you suffer harm. A complication occurs. I think you put some bullets in him, and he's like leaning against the wall, and he's like bleeding out, and he slumps down, and I think you're like good, and you turn, and as you do, he like pulls out his own pistol and just fires off one last shot.
He gets you with the classic, like, I'm
Yeah.
dying, so I'll shoot you move.
Yeah, and you take a level 2 harm shot in the back.
cool. Quick question. Our load change for our gang, that gives us +2 load?
+2 load.
Plus 2
Yeah.
load, yeah.
To be used.
I'm going to resist it with an armor.
Okay.
Like, he is wearing body armor still.
Okay, that's fine. Then you take the level 1 harm shot.
Shot. Grazed? Shot, I think, would
Grazed
be...
is fine.
Well, it would be
Shot
like the
not in the
bulletproof
back.
vest thing where you
Yeah.
get a horrible bruise.
It would be like concussed almost.
Yeah, like so bruised.
bruised.
Level 1 harm bruised.
Level 1 harm fucking wrecked.
All right, so
So I would like.
Kirk, what are you doing as Bell runs past you?
I mean, I'm just like really upset, but I'm gonna get some justice here with my little flashback. So, um, you know how when we were doing the like painting heist, there was that whole thing where we like go through everything again in fast motion. It's like, oh, while that was happening, actually,
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
this other thing. So this week, that other thing that was happening is just like every time no one was looking at Croak, they were just like, cool, bomb here. Like when they were alone in that room, like bomb here. And they've just like
Yes!
all my remaining load is just explosives, and they're fucking everywhere. Like on the first like 3 floors of this building.
Oh my gosh.
Which also, it could be like a 2 or 3 stress flashback.
Yeah,
maybe.
2, I think 2 stress flashback is what.
But yeah, they were just like boop and boop. And
So like
boop.
every time there wasn't anybody looking, like the middle of our like group action prowl, I'm like looking down a corridor, I wave Rubik's over, and you just plant a bomb and then follow like.
Yeah. And that's why Croak was just like, we have to do everything fast and we have to limit our exposure. So we're on timers.
I think you're going to take a risky standard here. Because
I will wreck this place.
Yeah, because I'm not going to give you a great because it is a tower. It is like a
Yeah.
stone structure, but you can
I
definitely.
don't need to bring the whole thing down, but I would love to really fuck it up.
Yeah. So give me a risky standard wreck.
Devil's bargains.
Oh gosh.
This is on like they can be on such a grand scale for this.
My devil's bargain is the red sashes know it was us.
What does that do though?
No, that would be like a good thing. They're at war
Well,
with them.
I mean,
I
would
would
it though?
Maybe they start viewing us as a threat at that point, though.
I wouldn't say the red sashes. I would say that the crows are at war with us after this point.
I think they're at war with you anyway.
Yeah.
After this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think. Let's say.
Ooh, chat's got a good one. The escape
Yeah.
tunnel starts to collapse.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, the escape tunnel starts collapsing. But then,
Alright.
how does that?
Because all this is also like cool guys not looking at explosions.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
I guess.
us
Yeah.
leaving. Croak is just like, yes, they'll get theirs, and like a minute after, like as we're walking through the sewers, there's just this like
Man.
massive shudder
Man.
and like a huge plume of dust comes like rushing through the sewer tunnel.
Man, Croak, what happened to being soft? Like, what?
I mean, I'm literally doing this because they hurt me.
Because they hurt your friend. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. The
And it's a bad idea. Like this is a really bad thing for me to do.
Yeah.
Because this massively increases our heat. It, fully kicks off a war with this other faction.
Here's the effect. They can't get the people who do end up dying in this explosion.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get Belden is trapped down here, so they can't get to Belden's body.
Right, and so he's going to be a ghost.
Yeah, that's
And,
my devil's bargain.
Presumably numerous others as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a brilliant devil's bargain. I love
Yeah.
that.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, the ghost wardens cannot properly dispose of all the bodies in the like piles of rubble and
Oh my god, the mayhem!
give me a crit. Oh, I got
Oh, 5.
Aw. A further complication.
A further complication occurs.
Are you taking advice here, or are we just letting...
I'm okay with advice. Yeah.
I would say let's add in the red sash part.
I mean, the stuff that I think of is like
I wanted to be
The
something
g-
with Bell.
like the general infrastructure of this entire area is going to be affected by this place going down. Like this is like the center of Crow's Foot like collapsing in on itself.
Does this end our tunnel system?
That's a good one.
I mean,
Yeah,
I,
does
I,
this take
I think
away
it temporarily does.
I think it does
I
for
think
like
you'll
a
have
while.
you can get it back, but it's going to be a project.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
uncheck that on the
That's-
crew upgrade.
yeah.
Because I
So-
could resist, but then I'm pretty much definitely taking trauma, and screw that.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
our
here's
tunnel collapses.
Yeah, the tunnel collapses and it like causes ripples through the area.
So the whole like
part of the tower, like the north side of the tower, just blows off on like the first 3 floors. So it's now like exposed in chunks. Like there's still bits of it standing and whatnot. The tower itself is still there. But there's like a lot of rubble that rains down onto the street below. People are like running in panic because like there were people walking around outside. You know, this isn't just like nobody comes.
Yeah, there's lots of collateral damage for sure.
There's like a ton of collateral damage, and what happens? Yeah, so like we just get a shot basically of a few different things happening. Like we get a shot of like workers on the docks, like, you know, they've just got this like fire going rampant from the explosion, and they've got that under control. And it seems, I mean, because that happened a little while ago, but they're just like putting the finishing touches on it, and they look, and there's like just this explosion from across the water,
and there would be this like huge cloud of like dust and like, smoke and stuff. It's not so much like a huge blast, but there's just all this.
And you see like Cross on patrol, and she like looks up as the tower is going, and she's just like, whoa. And you know, the rest of you are just running out of the tunnels, and you're scrambling. You get back to your lair. You know, we just see you kind of running through the sewers as parts of it fall behind you. And then I think we then finally get a shot of like Lissa, and she is a like dirty blonde, short-haired, like messy short-haired Akarosi woman. She's got like a few scars along her cheek. And she is she's like she's like 5'10" or so, and she's well armed. She's got like a bandolier of daggers. She's got a big sword at her side, and she's like in the middle of some sort of talk with someone, and she hears the explosion, and she runs outside, and she sees the tower, and like you just see her hand like gripping the handle of her sword, and like her knuckles turning white. And I think that's where we cut that.
You wanna take a break?
Yeah,
we'll grab a break. We're overdue for a break, so we'll grab a break, and then we'll be back with part 3 of today's lovely game. Let's see what the aftermath of all this is. All right, back in a bit. I think I was muted for that whole thing, so we're taking a break. Be right back.